Okay, as luck would have it, there's actually a second Think Geek store here in Orlando, down at the Florida Mall. We're on our way down there after fashion, taking care of some other business. In the meantime, finally saw Captain Marvel this morning. Away from all the propagandizing and hype and the women power and stuff, and this these boys how it works. Okay, by itself as a movie and even as a part of the Marvel thing, it's not bad. It's okay. There's still very large doses of dumb in there. Like you have a literally intergalactic empire. The Kree Empire and the Skrull make more than one galaxy, and yet they're all kind of astounded by a light speed engine. This is something these two species would have had licked thousands of years ago. Okay, so stupid right there. And just a few little dumb things here. I think they kind of went a little overboard on the Fury's goofiness there, and a little too much playing. Is this where we lose the eye? Is that where no? And then I mean, after the cat scratch, how's the eye getting better and better? It's like So I still don't think it really defend him how he lost. Well, he didn't really lose the eye anyway, because we saw later it still got the eye, but they've done stuff with it. Now it's some kind of ID thing, but there's still an eye in there. And the thing about how that came up with the Avenger initiative, it's like, again, it doesn't take a whole lot of digging or just talking. They had the cooperation of the Air Force, okay? They had, and you saw in the credits, you had several squadrons there, and Brie Larson went up with a plane. They gave her call sign. They gave her a swallow. I'm going to be charitable and figure that she got that one because she's kind of swallowing down her upchuck, and not because she got a little friendly. But yeah, you don't pick your call sign. You never get if you get a cool call sign, it's purely happenstance. You get call signs given to you by the other pilots or by the squadron commander, and usually it's something very, very unflattering. But it's some kind of characteristic that's that and there's a lot of very obscene and disgusting call signs out there because But yeah, no way. I mean, maybe Maria would get a call sign like Photon. You can think of a few things where actually like to play laser tag a lot. There's a system at the time called Photon. But Avenger, if that were a legitimate call sign, there is a very disturbing origin behind it. I guarantee you. So, and and again, if you separate from the backstage explanation of how the Tesseract got into this whole mess here, just ignore that. Just go what's on screen. Okay, you figure maybe somehow in the research she got to be able to get a hold of the thing, and it was part of the research. I don't know, but it was still stupid. Having them not keep track of it. Like I said, there's still plenty of dumb to go around in this movie, but when you get away from the hype and everything, it's not that bad. And Brie Larson is okay because Carol Danvers in the comic was a major smartass, and I think she did hit a good tone with that. I think a lot of it is we are still looking at it through the prism of her conduct since then, since the movie, the pre-release hype. And her general attitude. We kind of go into this thing not liking her to begin with. And that seems to be a thing. Whenever, if the dislike has been established, then any little thing that goes weird is pounced on. It's like, with Star Trek Discovery, they set up very early on that we don't care about the fans. Well, guess what? The fans don't care about you. So anything you screw up on, it's going to be a major error. And we're going to pounce on it like starving dogs on a hot dog. So There's a few things I would have tweaked a little bit dialogue wise. Some of the dialogue was a little ham-fisted. A lot of the they kind of laid on the references a little thick. The using I'm just a girl. I think no, because what? Yeah, it's a cute idea, but what you do is you totally undercut the drama of the scene when you do that kind of crap. So it definitely would have kept that as a straight orchestral score and keep the tension up. Because you start because this tune itself is goofy, and so when you do that, you automatically make the scene goofy, and it's not goofy. She's taken on a whole bunch of Kree warriors there by herself. That's just not the time to go goofy. But overall, it's not bad. It had the potential to be a barn burner, but it just sort of, it's okay. Yeah. And yeah, the cat is cute. But they kind of, oh, it's a little cute, and I never asked it, what the hell is a cat doing way the hell down here in one of the most top secret spots on the entire planet? Fury is not a rookie agent in this. He's a senior agent. He's a full bird colonel in the army. Come on. A little bit of inquisitiveness. What are you doing down here? That's the question. What was he doing down there? So, I don't know if I want to pay full price for it when it hits But yeah, I suppose I can probably put it in the DVD thing, put it in the collection. Mainly because I was watching on my tablet. It was the middle of the day, so it's like some of the things are a little difficult to look at. But I did see it was parts I'd already seen because I stopped in at Banff, the comic store here, and they were showing on the big screen. So it was stuff I'd seen already anyway. So I wasn't missing anything I had never seen. But I think, again, they didn't really disgrace themselves, but they didn't do themselves a lot of favors either with the stupid. Because Marvel Comic Science has been a little bit dodgy anyway, but they don't need to really lay into it. You give it effort. Because it's this kind of thing where it shows you have writers who are more interested in pushing their agenda than they are in telling a story, making things line up right. And one of them is recognizing that you have an intergalactic empire. Light speed is not a big deal. Light speed is walking. Okay. What they needed was some kind of super duper hyperdrive engine that would make their current system obsolete. And also the whole thing, the Skrulls. That is a bit of a problem because the Skrulls have already been established since like Doomcock said, since Fantastic Four #2. These are bad guys. Okay. And I appreciate the little effort to make them, sympathetic, try to make a point about, I gotta talk, kind of score a point or two about, illegal immigration or whatever. We're just trying to find a home. And they kind of, no. You can have a war with both sides are just as bad as the other, because, the Kree are kind of, borderline fascist, Aryan types, but, who says the Skrulls have to be sympathetic? They can be just as disgusting. Now, maybe sympathetic in the sense that they're about to lose. They're on the losing side of this war, and they're getting nasty, and they have a few Skrulls be sympathetic. But the Skrull Empire is not exactly, nice guys either, So I would definitely, back off on that angle and, establish, no, the Skrulls are just about as bad as the Kree. The only winners, the real losers are anyone caught in between these two. So, yeah. Nah, Brie Larson was okay. She, they had some good, funny stuff in there, and she did crack a smile several times. So she did laugh. I would still like to see Katie Sackhoff take up the part though, because she's, a little more personable, a little more charisma. and a little less of a, you know, pretty princess type, you know, which is what Bree is nowadays, because she's not the rough and tumble type. Katie, you can see her getting in a fist fight, okay? Well, because we start, you know, first episode of Battlestar Galactica, she started a brawl right there in the poker game, or a pyramid game. I know that the reverse triad and pyramid, because one was a card game, one was a basketball thing. Anyway, we are going to be going down to the other Think Geek store. I saw a picture or two. I think apparently got a Darth Vader down there. So we're going to get on there and take a look at the second store and see what's what. Meanwhile, PayPal, Patreon down below. We will talk at you later.
Spider-Man, friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Well, the man is ignored. Accident seems to want to hit. Life is a great big bang up. Whenever there's a hang up, you'll find